Alright, buckle up, because we're about to embark on an epic journey into the heart of Stoic philosophy, exploring the very essence of human character. Forget fleeting impressions and carefully crafted facades, we're diving deep, unearthing the truths that lie beneath the surface, the consistent behaviors that reveal who people really are, especially when they think no one is watching. This isn't just about judging others, though, it's a powerful mirror, reflecting our own actions and prompting profound self-examination. Prepare to have your perceptions sharpened, your wisdom deepened, and your understanding of human nature transformed. We'll be using the ancient Stoic principles as our guide, uncovering 6 key indicators that instantly reveal a person's true nature, weaving together modern examples, philosophical insights, and a dash of personal reflection to create a truly immersive and transformative experience. Get ready to explore the depths of human character through the lens of Stoicism, with a unique blend of Stoic wisdom, contemporary observation, and personal reflection, meticulously crafted to both inform and inspire. This is more than just an analysis, it's an invitation to understand yourself and others on a deeper level. Beyond the mask, the Stoic quest for true character. Have you ever felt a nagging disconnect between the persona someone presents to the world and the feeling you get deep down about their true character? In a world saturated with carefully curated online profiles, polished presentations, and artful performances, it's becoming increasingly difficult to discern the genuine from the manufactured. We're constantly bombarded with images and narratives that tell us what to believe, what to value, and how to behave, making it harder than ever to see people, and ourselves, with clarity. This is where the ancient wisdom of Stoicism shines. The Stoics, those pragmatic philosophers of ancient Greece and Rome, understood that true character isn't a static entity or a carefully constructed image. It's not about grand pronouncements or fleeting acts of generosity performed for an audience. Instead, they believed that a person's true essence reveals itself in the consistent, often subtle, ways they navigate the everyday world. Think of it like a tree, you can admire its leaves and branches, but its true strength lies in its roots, unseen yet essential. Stoicism offers us a powerful framework for examining those roots of character, helping us to see ourselves and others with greater accuracy and compassion. But how do we cut through the noise and illusions to see the real person underneath? The Stoics offer invaluable guidance, teaching us to look beyond the surface and pay attention to the consistent patterns of behavior that reveal a person's true nature. Forget fleeting impressions and carefully constructed facades, we're diving deep, unearthing the truths that lie beneath the surface, the consistent behaviors that reveal who people really are, especially when they think no one is watching. This isn't just about judging others, though, it's a powerful mirror, reflecting our own actions and prompting profound self-examination. Principle 1, the undervalued, how they treat those who can do nothing for them. One of the most telling indicators of a person's true character lies in how they interact with those who hold no power, status, or influence over them. Think about it, when there's nothing to gain, no reward to be earned, and no consequences to fear, what motivates our actions? It's in these seemingly insignificant moments, away from the spotlight, that our true values and beliefs are laid bare. The Stoics understood this implicitly. Seneca, that brilliant Roman statesman and playwright, advised us to treat our inferiors as we would wish our superiors to treat us. This isn't just about politeness or social etiquette, it's about recognizing the inherent dignity and worth of every human being, regardless of their position in life. Imagine witnessing someone interacting with a service worker, a janitor, or a homeless person. Is their demeanor one of respect, kindness, and genuine interest? Or do they display indifference, impatience, or even disdain? The difference between these two responses speaks volumes. A warm smile, a sincere thank you, a moment of genuine acknowledgement, these small gestures require minimal effort but carry immense weight. They reveal a person's capacity for empathy, their understanding of shared humanity, and their commitment to treating everyone with dignity, regardless of their circumstances. On the other hand, indifference, irritation, or outright dismissal exposes a deeper, less flattering side of their character. It suggests arrogance, entitlement, and a lack of empathy, qualities that are fundamentally at odds with Stoic principles. It suggests a worldview where people are valued based on their usefulness or their perceived status, rather than their inherent worth as human beings. Think of it as a litmus test for character. When status, reward, or potential consequences are stripped away, what remains is pure, unadulterated authenticity. Let's consider some concrete examples. Imagine someone walking down a crowded street and accidentally bumping into an elderly person. One response might be a reassuring smile, a gentle, "no worries," and an offer of assistance. Another response could be annoyance, a glare, or even harsh words. These unplanned, unscripted moments provide an unfiltered glimpse into their inner world. Do they assume malice or incompetence? Do they extend the benefit of the doubt? Do they recognize the vulnerability of the other person and respond with compassion? Or do they react with impatience and judgment, revealing a lack of empathy and a sense of superiority? A Stoic understands that they cannot control what happens to them, but they can always control how they respond. This is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, recognizing the power we have over our own thoughts, emotions, and actions, even in the face of external adversity. But the true test of character, perhaps, lies in how someone treats the truly vulnerable, the homeless, the marginalized, those whom society often ignores. A kind word, a brief conversation, or even a simple moment of acknowledgement requires no great sacrifice, yet it can carry profound significance for someone who is often made to feel invisible. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, reminds us that what injures the hive injures the bee. We are all interconnected, and when we turn away from the suffering of others, we diminish not only them but also ourselves. True character isn't found in grand, public gestures but in the quiet, unseen choices we make every day. Helping a janitor clean up a spill, holding the door for a stranger, listening, truly listening, to someone in distress, these are not acts performed for applause but reflections of a person's soul. Epictetus, the former slave who became a renowned Stoic teacher, urged his students to not explain your philosophy, embody it. This is the essence of Stoic practice, living in accordance with virtue, not just talking about it. So, ask yourself, how do you treat those who can do nothing for you? Are you patient with the barista during a rush? Considerate towards the waiter who gets your order wrong? Compassionate to someone struggling with their groceries? These are not just questions to judge others but tools for self-examination. The Stoics remind us that virtue is a daily practice, a choice we make again and again. When we act with kindness, not for recognition but because it aligns with our values, we cultivate both inner peace and outer respect. Ultimately, a person's true character isn't revealed in what they say but in what they do when no one is watching. And in those moments, the true measure of a person becomes clear. It's about recognizing the shared human experience and responding with compassion and understanding, regardless of the other person's circumstances. This is the essence of Stoic virtue, and it's a powerful indicator of true character. Principle 2, the boiling point, how they handle minor inconveniences. Beyond the treatment of the vulnerable, another window into a person's character opens when we observe how they react to minor inconveniences. Life is full of small frustrations, slow traffic, a wrong coffee order, a misplaced phone, a delayed email. These may seem trivial, but they serve as powerful tests of our patience, our emotional resilience, and our ability to maintain inner peace in the face of external disruptions. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This sentiment encapsulates the essence of Stoic psychology, emphasizing the power we have over our own internal state, regardless of external circumstances. The way we respond to life's small annoyances exposes more about us than we might realize. When things don't go as planned, do we meet the moment with calm acceptance and a problem-solving mindset? Or do we succumb to frustration, anger, and a sense of entitlement? Consider two people at a restaurant. One receives a slightly cold meal and berates the server, venting their irritation at someone who had no control over the situation. The other simply requests a solution with patience and understanding, recognizing that mistakes happen and that everyone is doing their best. The difference between these two responses is stark. One is ruled by impulse and a sense of self-importance, the other by wisdom, empathy, and a recognition of shared humanity. The first person creates unnecessary stress and negativity, not only for themselves but also for everyone around them. The second person maintains their composure, focuses on finding a solution, and treats others with respect, even in the face of frustration. Traffic jams, long lines, delayed flights, these everyday obstacles offer an unfiltered glimpse into a person's emotional resilience. Some react with anger, honking their horn, cursing the delay, and spreading tension to everyone around them. Others use the time to listen to an audiobook, practice deep breathing, or simply accept what is beyond their control, choosing to focus on what they can control, their own thoughts and reactions. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic minds, put it plainly, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This simple yet profound statement is a cornerstone of Stoic practice. It reminds us that true strength lies not in controlling external circumstances but in mastering our own internal responses. Nowhere is this principle more evident than in the workplace. Imagine a colleague dealing with a technical glitch or a delayed response from a team member. One person spirals into frustration, complaining and escalating the issue needlessly, creating a sense of panic and negativity. Another remains composed, focusing on solutions rather than problems, calmly troubleshooting the issue and communicating effectively with their colleagues. Their reaction not only determines their own stress levels but also influences the energy of the entire team. A calm mind fosters collaboration and productivity, while an impatient one breeds unnecessary conflict and resentment. True strength lies in mastering oneself, not in controlling external events. A person who smiles and thanks the barista despite receiving the wrong order, who shrugs off an unexpected delay instead of letting it ruin their day, demonstrates a rare kind of wisdom. These are not signs of weakness or complacency but of emotional intelligence, the ability to prioritize inner peace over fleeting frustration. This is what it means to embody Stoicism, not just in theory but in action. As Epictetus advised, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. Conversely, those who let minor setbacks dictate their mood often create unnecessary suffering, not just for themselves but for those around them. A short temper over slow internet, an exaggerated reaction to a small inconvenience, a scowl at a cashier for a minor mistake, these moments ripple outward, poisoning interactions and eroding relationships. Seneca warned us of this trap, a man is as unhappy as he has convinced himself he is. The more we dwell on inconveniences, the more power they hold over us. We give them the ability to dictate our mood, our behavior, and our interactions with others. Minor frustrations are more than mere annoyances, they are reflections of our inner world. Do we bring peace or discord? Do we practice patience or let small things control us? The goal is not just to observe others but to examine ourselves. How do we typically react to minor inconveniences? Do we tend to get easily frustrated and lash out? Or do we maintain our composure and respond with understanding and patience? True Stoicism is not about pretending inconveniences don't exist, it's about choosing how we respond. And in that choice, our character is revealed. It's about recognizing that these small annoyances are opportunities to practice patience, resilience, and self-control. They are chances to demonstrate our commitment to Stoic principles in our daily lives. Principle 3, the throne test, how they handle power. Power, as the saying goes, reveals. Nothing lays bare a person's true nature more sparkly than how they wield authority, status, or influence. Give someone a taste of power, and you will see their character magnified, for better or for worse. Power doesn't change a person, it simply amplifies what is already within them, exposing their underlying values, insecurities, and motivations. A leader with wisdom and integrity will uplift those around them, fostering a culture of collaboration, respect, and growth. In contrast, a leader ruled by ego and insecurity will exploit and demean others, creating a toxic environment of fear and resentment. The Stoics understood that true leadership is not about control but about service. Seneca advised, "You want to know a person's character? Give them power." This is why how someone treats their subordinates, employees, or those who rely on them speaks volumes. Do they act with fairness and respect, listening to their concerns and valuing their contributions? Or do they demand obedience through fear, dismissing their ideas and belittling their efforts? Do they lead with humility, recognizing that they are there to serve the needs of their team? Or do they act with arrogance, believing that they are entitled to special treatment and unquestioning obedience? A person who uses their position to belittle others reveals their own weakness and insecurity, while one who leads with patience and empathy demonstrates true strength and confidence. Consider the workplace. A manager under pressure has two choices: to lash out at their team, shifting blame and creating a toxic environment, or to take responsibility, guiding others with calm and reason, fostering a culture of support and problem-solving. The former spreads fear and distrust, undermining morale and productivity. The latter builds loyalty and cooperation, empowering employees to thrive and excel. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man of his time, understood this deeply. Despite ruling an empire, he reminded himself daily to be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. This is the essence of Stoic leadership, holding oneself to the highest standards of integrity and treating others with compassion and understanding. The best leaders do not demand respect, they earn it through their actions, by demonstrating their commitment to fairness, integrity, and service. But power is not just about leadership in the workplace. It is present in everyday interactions. How does someone treat a waiter, a janitor, or a customer service representative? Do they speak with kindness and respect, recognizing their shared humanity? Or do they see these individuals as beneath them, treating them with condescension or even outright rudeness? The way a person behaves when they believe themselves to be superior is one of the purest reflections of their moral character. It reveals their underlying beliefs about the value of human life and their capacity for empathy and compassion. Power also tests our ability to remain grounded. Wealth, status, or influence can easily lead to arrogance and excess, blinding us to our own limitations and eroding our sense of empathy. The Stoics warned against this. Epictetus taught that external power means nothing if we have not first mastered ourselves. No man is free who is not master of himself, he declared, emphasizing the importance of self-discipline and inner control. Those who are ruled by their desires, whether for recognition, wealth, or control, are not truly powerful, they are merely prisoners of their own ambition, constantly seeking external validation to fill an internal void. Conversely, the individual who remains humble despite success, who treats all people with the same dignity regardless of their position, embodies true greatness. They understand, as Marcus Aurelius did, that titles and riches are fleeting, but virtue endures. They recognize that true power is not in dominance but in self-discipline, not in taking from others but in giving, not in seeking external validation but in cultivating inner peace. So, ask yourself, how do you use whatever influence you have? Do you inspire and uplift, empowering others to reach their full potential? Or do you demand and belittle, using your power to control and manipulate? The Stoics teach that leadership is not a privilege, it is a responsibility to lead with wisdom, to serve with humility, and to leave behind a legacy of integrity. Because in the end, power does not define us, our actions do. It's how we choose to use our influence that reveals our true character. It's about recognizing the potential for both good and harm that comes with power and choosing to wield it with wisdom, compassion, and a commitment to the greater good. Principle 4, the intimate circle, how they nurture personal relationships. A person's relationships are a powerful reflection of their true character. How they treat family, friends, and partners, especially in the ordinary, unremarkable moments, reveals more about their nature than any grand gesture ever could. The Stoics understood that it is through consistent, small acts of kindness, patience, and integrity that trust is built and genuine connections are forged. It's in the day-to-day interactions, away from the spotlight, that our true values and beliefs are revealed. Mutual respect is the foundation of any meaningful connection. Do they value the other person's thoughts, feelings, and needs? Or do they dismiss them as unimportant or irrelevant? Do they treat their loved ones with kindness, consideration, and compassion? Or do they take them for granted, neglecting their emotional needs and treating them with disrespect? Consider a couple where one partner regularly acknowledges the other's efforts. A simple "thank you for making dinner," a willingness to share daily responsibilities, a thoughtful gesture of appreciation. These seemingly minor actions cultivate security and appreciation over time, strengthening the bond between them and fostering a sense of mutual respect and affection. Likewise, a friend who remembers small details, checks in without being asked, and offers support in quiet ways demonstrates reliability and genuine care. It shows that they are truly invested in the relationship and that they value the other person's well-being. How someone treats the people closest to them, when there is no audience and no need for pretense, shows the depth of their respect and empathy. It reveals their capacity for genuine connection and their willingness to invest in meaningful relationships. It's about recognizing the inherent value of the other person and treating them with the kindness and consideration they deserve. Character is also revealed in how a person handles shared inconveniences. Life is unpredictable. Flights get delayed, plans fall apart, stress builds. Do they meet these moments with patience, humor, and a problem-solving mindset? Or do they lash out, blame others, or withdraw in frustration? These are opportunities to demonstrate resilience, adaptability, and a commitment to supporting one another through difficult times. Imagine taking a road trip with a friend and experiencing a car breakdown. One person jokes, "Well, the adventure begins," maintaining a positive attitude and seeking solutions. The other spirals into anger and panic, blaming the driver and complaining about the inconvenience. Which one would you trust to weather the larger storms of life? As the Stoics teach, it's not external events that matter but how we respond to them. Our ability to maintain composure and support others during challenging times is a testament to our character and our commitment to the relationship. Time is another crucial measure of character in relationships. People who make time for those they care about, even amidst a busy life, demonstrate that their relationships are a priority. A partner who sets aside distractions for a meaningful date night, a friend who constantly checks in despite a hectic schedule, these actions show genuine commitment and a willingness to invest in the relationship. Conversely, someone who repeatedly cancels plans, arrives late without consideration, or treats time with others as an afterthought sends a clear message: your presence is not a priority. It suggests a lack of respect for the other person's time and a lack of investment in the relationship. Seneca reminds us, we must give our time as willingly as we give our wealth, if not more so. Our time is a precious resource, and how we choose to spend it reflects our values and priorities. Integrity is another pillar of strong relationships. Trust is built not through words but through action, through honesty, loyalty, and respect for boundaries. A friend who keeps a secret, a partner who follows through on promises, even when it's inconvenient, these are the signs of a person with true integrity. They demonstrate a commitment to honesty and a willingness to uphold their word, even when it's difficult. On the other hand, gossiping about a friend, breaking a commitment, or disregarding one's word for personal ease erodes trust and damages the relationship. Imagine promising to handle an important errand for your partner and then forgetting about it. Do you take responsibility and make amends, acknowledging your mistake and working to make it right? Or do you dismiss it as insignificant, minimizing the impact of your actions and avoiding accountability? These small choices define the strength of our relationships and our character. Power dynamics within relationships are also telling. Some friendships or romantic partnerships come with imbalances. One person may have more social influence, financial stability, or decision-making power. The real test of character is how they handle it. Do they use their advantage to manipulate or control, seeking to dominate the relationship? Or do they practice fairness and humility, recognizing the importance of equality and mutual respect? A generous friend who shares their resources without expectation fosters trust and strengthens the bond. Someone who subtly uses their position for leverage exposes a self-serving nature and undermines the foundation of the relationship. Strong relationships are built on kindness, patience, integrity, and fairness. But more importantly, they reveal whether we are truly living by the values we claim to hold. The Stoics teach that wisdom is found not in what we say but in what we do, especially when no one is watching. It's about aligning our actions with our values and treating others with the same kindness, respect, and compassion that we expect in return. So, ask yourself, are your relationships a reflection of the person you strive to be? Do you treat your loved ones with the kindness, patience, and integrity that they deserve? Because in the end, the way we treat those closest to us is one of the clearest indicators of our true character. It's about recognizing the inherent value of human connection and investing in relationships that are built on mutual respect, trust, and a commitment to shared growth. Principle 5, the echo of tomorrow, how they guide the next generation. A person's true character is profoundly revealed in how they influence those who come after them. The greatest legacy we can leave is not wealth or status but the values we pass on to the next generation. Do we lead by example, instilling integrity, resilience, and wisdom? Or do we leave behind confusion and contradiction, failing to provide a solid foundation for future generations? Marcus Aurelius reminds us, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. This encapsulates the essence of Stoic parenting, embodying the virtues we wish to see in our children and guiding them through our actions, not just our words. Teaching kindness and fairness is a fundamental part of shaping the next generation. Encouraging children to treat everyone with respect, regardless of status, builds a foundation of empathy and compassion. Simple habits like saying, "thank you," helping others, and sharing resources create lifelong values that contribute to a more just and equitable society. But words alone are not enough. Young minds learn by watching. When they see adults treating people with dignity, they understand that kindness is not a transaction, it is a way of life. Seneca captured this truth when he said, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." It's about recognizing the inherent worth of every individual and treating them with the respect and compassion they deserve. Resilience is another key lesson. Life is filled with setbacks, losing a game, changing plans, facing failure. A child who learns to stay calm and adapt instead of complaining develops true strength and the ability to overcome adversity. Rather than shielding the next generation from discomfort, we should equip them to face it with courage and resilience. Epictetus taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This principle is essential for navigating the challenges of life and maintaining inner peace in the face of external difficulties. A person who handles difficulties with grace and a positive attitude inspires others to do the same. They demonstrate that setbacks are opportunities for growth and that resilience is a key to success. Time management and respect for commitments also reveal character. Teaching young people to honor their word, whether by completing a task, showing up on time, or following through on promises, instills discipline and accountability. Small actions like maintaining routines or being punctual shape a lifetime of reliability and responsibility. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think." This perspective emphasizes the importance of living each moment with intention and purpose, honoring our commitments, and making the most of the time we have. Time is finite, and how we use it reflects what we value. Integrity, perhaps the most important lesson, is best taught through action. A person's character is defined not by what they say but by what they do when no one is watching. Teaching children to return lost items, admit mistakes, and stand up for what is right builds an unshakable moral foundation. As Zeno of Citium said, "Well-being is realized by small steps, but it is no small thing." It's about cultivating a strong moral compass and making ethical choices, even when it's difficult or inconvenient. By embodying these values, we prepare the next generation to navigate life with clarity, purpose, and virtue. The Stoic path is not just about self-improvement, it is about leaving behind a world enriched by wisdom and integrity. It's about creating a ripple effect, inspiring others to live with virtue and contributing to a more just and compassionate world. In the end, the best way to teach is to live the lessons ourselves. Our actions speak louder than words, and the values we embody will shape the character of those who come after us. It's about recognizing our responsibility to guide the next generation and striving to be positive role models, instilling in them the values that will help them live meaningful and fulfilling lives. Principle 6, the unseen observer, how they act when no one is watching. A person's true character is most powerfully revealed not in moments of public recognition but in the quiet, unseen choices they make when they believe no one is watching. These are the moments when there is no potential for praise, no fear of judgment, and no external pressure to conform. It's in these moments that our true values and beliefs are laid bare, revealing the core of our being. Stoic philosophy teaches that integrity is not about external validation, it is about consistency, about doing what is right even when there are no rewards or consequences. Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, emphasized that living in harmony with nature and reason requires unwavering virtue, regardless of who is observing. It's about aligning our actions with our conscience and making ethical choices, even when it's difficult or inconvenient. A simple act like returning a shopping cart in an empty parking lot may seem insignificant, yet it speaks volumes about a person's sense of responsibility. Do they take the extra step, even in the rain, because it aligns with their principles? Or do they leave it behind, prioritizing convenience over shared responsibility? This seemingly small decision reveals whether they are committed to acting in accordance with their values, even when no one is there to witness their actions. The same applies to everyday situations, cleaning up after oneself in a break room, properly disposing of trash in a public space, or refilling an empty coffee pot at work. These small, unseen actions reflect whether a person respects others and takes accountability for their role in a community. They demonstrate a commitment to maintaining order and contributing to the well-being of the group, even when it goes unnoticed. Honesty, especially when deception would go unnoticed, is one of the clearest tests of integrity. Finding a lost wallet and returning it, admitting a mistake when there's no risk of being caught, these actions reveal a person's moral compass and their commitment to truthfulness. Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Choosing virtue over self-interest, even in the smallest ways, is what builds true trustworthiness and earns the respect of others. It's about cultivating a strong moral foundation and making ethical choices, even when it's challenging or unpopular. In the workplace, unseen actions define professional integrity. The employee who meets deadlines, supports colleagues, and upholds high standards without needing supervision exemplifies self-discipline and reliability. They demonstrate a commitment to excellence and a willingness to contribute to the success of the team, even when they are not being directly observed. In contrast, those who cut corners, take credit for others' work, or engage in dishonest practices expose their lack of integrity and undermine the trust of their colleagues. Small, selfless acts, donating anonymously, helping a stranger without seeking praise, demonstrate a commitment to virtue for its own sake. These actions are not motivated by a desire for recognition or reward but by a genuine desire to do good and make a positive impact on the world. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." True character is not about proving oneself to others but about aligning actions with principles and living a life of virtue, regardless of external circumstances. Ultimately, the choices we make in private shape the people we are in public. Integrity is not a performance, it is a way of life. It's about cultivating a strong moral foundation and consistently acting in accordance with our values, even when no one is watching. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, what we do now echoes in eternity. Every choice, no matter how small, no matter who is watching, shapes the legacy of our character. The way people behave when they believe no one is looking reveals their deepest values and their true commitment to virtue. But more importantly, it challenges us to reflect on our own unseen actions and to strive to live with integrity in every aspect of our lives. In a world where public behavior is often a performance, integrity is more valuable than ever. True character is not built on applause or recognition, it is forged in the quiet moments when we choose virtue over convenience. Returning the shopping cart, honoring a promise, doing the right thing even when it goes unnoticed, these are the choices that define us and shape the legacy of our character. It's about recognizing the importance of living with integrity in every aspect of our lives and striving to be the best version of ourselves, regardless of who is watching. The Stoic Mirror, reflecting on our own character. So, we've explored 6 powerful Stoic principles that offer profound insights into human character, how people treat those who can do nothing for them, how they handle minor inconveniences, how they wield power, how they nurture personal relationships, how they guide the next generation, and how they act when no one is watching. These principles provide a framework for observing others with greater clarity and understanding, but perhaps more importantly, they offer a powerful mirror for self-reflection. The Stoics remind us that the pursuit of virtue is a lifelong journey, a continuous process of self-examination and improvement. It's not about achieving perfection but about striving to live in accordance with our values, making ethical choices, and contributing to the well-being of ourselves and others. Which of these 6 principles resonated with you the most? Which one challenged you to think differently about yourself or the people around you? These questions are the starting point for a deeper exploration of your own character and your commitment to living a virtuous life. It's about embracing the Stoic principles as a guide for personal growth and striving to live with integrity, compassion, and wisdom in every aspect of your life. True character, as the Stoics understood, is not a fixed trait but a dynamic process, constantly evolving and being shaped by our choices and actions. It's about recognizing our imperfections and striving to improve, about learning from our mistakes and committing to doing better in the future. It's a journey of self-discovery and self-improvement, guided by the principles of virtue, reason, and living in accordance with nature. So, let us embrace the Stoic wisdom, not just as a set of philosophical ideas but as a practical guide for living a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Let us strive to cultivate our character, to live with integrity, and to leave behind a legacy of kindness, compassion, and wisdom. Because in the end, our character is all that truly matters. It's the foundation of our relationships, the driving force behind our actions, and the legacy we leave behind for future generations. If this exploration of Stoic principles resonated with you, I encourage you to delve deeper into the wisdom of the ancient philosophers. Explore the writings of Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, and discover the timeless insights that can guide you on your own path to personal growth and self-discovery. Give this a like, share it with someone who might find it valuable, and subscribe for more insights on living with wisdom and purpose. And stay tuned, because our next video will explore another timeless Stoic lesson to help you master your mindset and live a more fulfilling life. Let's continue this journey together, exploring the depths of human character and striving to live with greater wisdom, integrity, and compassion. The Stoic path is a journey of lifelong learning and self-improvement, and I am honored to share it with you.